more than half of the audience are among the same network. We are friends, we are colleagues, we have been cooperating and doing business for nearly 10 years now together with most of you. So, not that I'm complaining that there are not enough audience, but it's good that we know each other and we know experiences of each other. And we usually, most of us, agree when we have casual chats among each other that medical tourism should not be marketed or operated like tourism. Let me try to be more specific and give you an example. Imagine you are from a poor country. I'm going into the shoes of a medical tourist. Imagine you are 45 or 46 years old, that's my age. You have 2 children, and one of them is diagnosed with a deadly disease. Let's say you have 2 daughters, 4 years old and 9 years old, and your 4-year-old daughter has a deadly type of cancer. You are okay in your country, you have a medium income. But comparing to European, Western European countries, that's not much money what you have. You have to make some decisions quickly in a short time. The doctors, hello, welcome. The doctors in your country are telling you it's not very easy or possible to treat your daughter in your own country. So you are looking for a solution elsewhere, outside of your country. It's going to cost a lot. You are going to spend perhaps your life savings. And you are going to risk the future of your healthy child and your family. You are not sure if it will work, if you will be able to save the child. But you want to try, you have to try. You cannot give it up. Imagine how you feel, not how you think. I want you to go into the feelings, emotions of this person. What emotions are you driven with? Possibly fear, panic, concerns, many concerns, not only about your child, yourself, your family. Imagine how you feel and tell me, please. Do you feel like a tourist? Would you consider yourself a tourist? Would you care how good the food is where you will take your child? Would you care how many days the country has sunshine? I mean, do you mind finding a solution and taking your child to a place with bad weather and bad food? Not talking about United Kingdom. But that's one of the most popular tourism destinations, where they don't have the sunshine and they don't have fantastic food and tourist attractions. But still, many people go there. It's expensive, but still they go there. So, moving from this example, we can multiply the examples, by the way. I mean, you can make this person your mother, yourself. I am trying to emphasize medical tourism consumers are driven by much different emotions and concerns compared to tourists, conventional tourists. A common mistake we make in medical tourism is we try to market it like we market tourism. Okay, there is tourism involved, or there is traveling involved actually. A patient travels from one country to another, stays there, consumes some tourism services, but this doesn't make this person a tourist. It's a different story. That's why most of us, the medical tourism professionals, are now discussing the fact that we named this business wrong. We used wrong terminology. We gave it a wrong name long time ago. I don't know which one of us did it, but we accepted it. Nice to see you after a long time.
We can put them in the same package with tourism services. But this is only a small portion of medical tourism. What we know by experience is most of our business is based on really vital and complicated cases. That's where the business is. And considering the consumers, tourists is a main mistake we are making. So today I'm going to speak about some facts that are known to be true or that are accepted to be true, like a given in our business, but that are actually false, or there's a different way of seeing the same facts. There's a different angle of seeing the same facts. I have been in medical tourism literally for 9 years now. Okay, let's round it up to 10. So with 10 years of experience, I have organized many international events. Some of the members of the audience today attended my events in the past. 14 international events in many different countries, from Morocco to Israel, from Russia to United Arab Emirates. We organized events in Turkey, in Spain 4 times. I personally worked with 2 leading Italian hospital groups as their international marketing consultants. We tried to market them in some countries. We tried to build up international patient departments of them. I worked with a Spanish cluster of medical tourism, and now we are partners, official partners with Spain Cares Association. I have visited many hospitals, many clinics. I get invited. They invite me, they show me their facilities. I work with more than 100 facilitators, medical tourism facilitators. Not necessarily agents. Sometimes these are governmental people from the Ministry of Health of a country. They don't work on commissions. They just are looking for solutions to their patients. They don't care the business. They care the scientific solutions, the medical solutions. Sometimes I work with medical tourism agents whose core business is making percentage out of patient traffic. Different concepts, different approaches to this business I have worked with. So with this experience, I have come to understand that there are quite a few misunderstandings or misconceptions in our business that I want to share with you. Usually, this is the 3rd time I'm speaking at Fitur-Salud this year. So in conferences like this, usually we have at least 2 types of audience. Old friends, old colleagues who already have experience in medical tourism, and some beginners or wanderers who are just looking into medical tourism, considering if they should do it, if they can do it, what are the facts and figures in medical tourism. So I'm today addressing mostly to the 2nd category. The ones who are considering to begin, who are looking into this business. The ones who are already in this business know the facts that I'm going to mention. Sorry for that. But maybe you will feel good that somebody brings them up. Okay, let's begin. Number 1. I have already spoken about this. Medical tourism is a tourism-oriented business. This is wrong. It's a medical-oriented business. The consumers are more concerned about the medical service they will get than the complementary services they will get. Of course, they would feel good if they go to an attractive location, but not always. What we know again is that medical tourists go to really very unattractive locations in terms of tourism. So it's a medicine-oriented business, solution-oriented business. Number 2, I love this one. We are the best. This is a myth about ourselves. I have met many clinics, hospitals, doctors, individual physicians trying to do medical tourism. They always genuinely believe they are the best. They are not faking, they are not lying. They believe. not that I'm criticizing, they're really good. But there are many, many good doctors and clinics in the world. I'm sorry, you are not the best. You are one of the very good ones. You are one of the very many good hospitals and clinics in the world or in your region. That's what you are. I encourage you to begin with visiting other countries, other clinics, other destinations. Have you seen, okay, I assume most of us are Spanish here today. We have Spanish clinics or doctors here in the audience. I encourage you to go and visit some Italian clinics. Have you seen what the Italians are doing? Have you seen what's happening in Turkey? There is a lot of, let's say, advertisements of Turkey. Now Jordan is coming up in the market. Have you visited any clinics in these countries? Have you seen the quality of hospitality in a Turkish hospital? And I don't mean the medical quality, that's something else, but do you know how we provide food for different cultures? How every hospital, almost every hospital in Turkey has translators in rare languages, full-time available. Have you compared yourself? Have you been to India? Have you seen what Indians have been doing for a long time? I mean, get out of your box. Have you seen one of the most, let's say, popular medical destinations, which is Israel, for Russian-speaking markets? They keep going to Israel, and it's very expensive. But what qualities they have in there? The electronic patient records are amazing. You can learn from them. So once you move out of your place and go and see and compare yourselves realistically with others in the world, you understand your qualities. Okay, you are very good in some aspects, but you have some things that you can improve. Marcos, am I okay? Correct speed? Okay. I must thank two colleagues, Marcos and Natalia, our dear translators. They are doing a great job translating someone who speaks my accent of English. Thank you. So please have a realistic mirror and have a realistic perception of yourselves. You are not the best. You are one of the many good. Number 3, Russia is the best market for us. I love this one. I love each one, but in a different way. Always, when I meet a new cluster of medical tourism in a new destination, Spain, Greece, Croatia, Italy, Israel, United Arab Emirates, they always want to begin with Russian markets. Everybody believes Russia is the big apple. Okay, that was the fact 25 years ago. After the collapse of Soviet Union, many of the Russian doctors, they immigrated outside of their country. And then they didn't acquire the up-to-date technology in Russia, medical technology. Russian residents, Russian people lost their confidence in their own medical system, and they have been traveling abroad very frequently for medical care. They still do, but it's not as in the beginning anymore. Especially over the last 10 years, the scenery in Russia has changed. Last 5 years, Russia has built many good clinics, as good as the ones in Europe. The government in Russia has realized how much money they are losing by sending patients abroad. So they encouraged foreign investors, foreign hospital chains, to come and build ventures in Russia, to come and build facilities and manage them in Russia. So now Russians are receiving patients, believe it or not. I know here agents that are sending patients from Europe to Russia. Now I am consulting one of the Russian fertility clinics in St. Petersburg. They are actually receiving patients from Europe, from Netherlands, from Germany. So in Moscow, they have very good medical centers that are receiving patients from former Soviet countries. Russian economy has had two big crises in recent past. Their money is not as valuable anymore. They cannot purchase, a middle-class Russian cannot easily go abroad for treatment anymore. And they have domestic solutions now. For the last few years, Russia is sending less and less number of patients, but still, it's a very professional business in Russia. But I wouldn't begin with Russia. That's a market which is already saturated. So many countries have already invested in marketing in Russia. So many countries are already very well established in Russia. Medical tourism destinations like Germany, like now Turkey is on the rise. And Russia is a very hard and tricky market to work with. Not many patients speak English, they speak only Russian. I know in Europe it's expensive to employ a full-time Russian translator. Or to work with a part-time Russian translator is very expensive. If you put the cost of this on top of your medical services, you are too expensive. It's not easy. Not that I am saying Russia is not a good market anymore. It is a good medical tourism market, but it's not the easiest apple to pick. Actually, in our business, the easy apples, easy fruits have already been picked up. Now we need a ladder to climb higher and pick up the more difficult ones. Number 4, Arabs are attracted to luxury. I love this one. I love everyone. So this is a misconception, misunderstanding. Some hospitals in Europe believe if we build very luxury hospitals, if we provide air transportation by Mercedes, private luxury Mercedes cars, we attract more Arabic patients from Saudi Arabia, from Kuwait, from Oman, from Bahrain. Okay, most of these countries, most of these Arabic countries are rich. They have the petrol. But not necessarily everyone living in these countries are super rich or they love luxury. This is not the correct perception. Most of the Arabic patients go to Germany and England and get treated in public hospitals, not luxury private. They don't rent the floor. Okay, unless someone from the royal family goes, that's a special occasion. But an average, a standard Arabic patient would go to any public hospital in Germany and get treated. Once again, what they care is the medical reputation. Because usually the governments of these countries are the decision makers. They have offices in some European countries. Yesterday I have learned that Saudi government, the Kuwaiti government has closed its office in Munich and opened a new one in Barcelona. Mariangelis, you were the one who told me. Was it Saudi Arabia or Kuwait? Sorry, Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi. So the government of Abu Dhabi had an office in Germany dealing with the patients they sent. Now they moved it to Barcelona recently. So they have a department of state looking into this, and they are the decision makers. And they don't provide luxury. It's not their priority to provide luxury for their citizens. Their priority is to get the best medical care at reasonable prices. Okay, they are ready to pay the cost. They still negotiate, but having golden cups and satin bed sheets is not what attracts them. This is a misconception, but most of our colleagues have. Number 5. Am I? Okay, I still have time. Statistics. This is another myth. This is a legend. In medical tourism, we don't have accurate statistics. We cannot have. For a very long time, we will not have. I don't know if we will ever be able to have statistics. Because our business is not very easily measurable business. We may have some certain statistics, but the big picture, there are so many rumors. People talk about billions of euros being spent in some destinations, hundreds of thousands of patients coming from one place to another. We cannot rely on the source of these statistics because no country's Ministry of Health is counting how many patients they are sending unless, if it's a country which sends out, which has a program of sending out patients. There are such countries. We can then have some statistics, but Spain, I don't think the Spanish government know how many patients go out from Spain to Morocco for aesthetic surgery. Do we know how many patients every day come to Turkey from Spain for hair transplantation? I mean, it's a boom now, but do we have the real number? We have an estimate. Also for technical reasons, it's not measurable. Because let's think about IVF, fertility treatment. It's a couple. So when a clinic or when a destination talks about how many patients they receive from another destination, do they talk about one patient or two? They are a couple, and they go multiple times. They come, they have tests, they go back to their country, they come back again. So do we count them each time twice? Do we count the baby? How many? Or dental patients, they go to Hungary, they first get the implant. So after 2-3 weeks minimum, usually later they come back once again to have the crown on top of that implant, and then they go back. Sometimes they come back. So do we count 3 times or once? Some hospitals, they want to overestimate, they want to exaggerate their success stories, and they give unrealistic numbers of how much they make from medical tourism. Sometimes they want to pay less taxes in some countries, and they underestimate the numbers. They tell less numbers to their governments. They say, we receive only 100, because they get cash money, uninvoiced, untaxed money from most of the foreign patients. Mexicans receive hundreds of Americans every day, and then they get cash money without invoice. So they don't declare real numbers, real amount to their governments. So for multiple reasons, we don't have accurate, precise statistics in medical tourism. And I gave up chasing statistics. I just try to make an estimate of my own, an observation of my own about what's going on. And I move forward with a godly feeling when I try to market a new product in a new place. But trying to base a business plan on current statistics it didn't work. It hasn't worked for a long time. Number 6, facilitators. Did I say I love this one? I love this one too. Okay, facilitators will give us patients. This is a tricky and sensitive issue. Facilitators in medical tourism are not like travel agents in tourism. It's not like a hotel meets a travel agent and starts getting holiday makers. No, it doesn't work this way. Facilitators are more like consultants in this business. They are your partners to support you with their experience, with their additional services in a destination or in your own destination. We have very active, very experienced medical tourism facilitators in Spain, bringing patients to Spain. They are domestic medical tourism agents. We have Inma, I don't know, for those who don't know, Inma Mecca is here, Maria Angeles Tapia is here. We have Yolanda Herreros, that I know, medical tourism experts working as facilitators. And the hospitals measure them by how many patients they will get from these people. Okay, we'll meet you, we'll make a contract with you, and how many patients will you give me? Well, this is not where to begin with. This is that the question should be, how can you support me? With your know-how, with your know-who, what solution can you provide me for this problem? So back me up in this problem, because hospitals, especially the small ones, or the ones with a small international department. The hospital can be a big one, but the international department is new. It's just setting up. They cannot do everything. They need support from a local facilitator. What about foreign facilitators? They will again be your partners in that country, but they are not like travel agents who have 600 patients this year. They were giving it to Croatia, and they met you, you offered them 2% more commission, and now they will give them to Greece. It doesn't work this way. Let's say you want to market in a destination, you find a facilitator, or you create your own facilitator, which is another method. I like that method. or you it's like opening an office, but cheaper, working with someone who is already established there, who is already based there, who knows the medical environment there, and who will accelerate your work, who will help you gain time, who will be your point of contact to answer phone calls in local language, to organize local events for you. But you'll do the marketing with the support of this facilitator, and in the end, with the backup of this facilitator, you will get easier outcome, but facilitators will not give you immediate patients. They already, the ones who are into sending patients already have an ongoing solution. Why would they simply switch and leave this comfortable zone? Why would they take the risks? Because you have better building, because you give them a bit more commission. No, this is not attractive. There's a big risk of losing the ongoing operation. But try to understand when you meet facilitators in events like this, try to understand what's the problem they are struggling with, and try to build a solution with them, for them. And it usually takes at least a year to start getting patients from a facilitator. Meeting them is the first step. Then you start working with them, waiting for them to be ready, waiting for them to be ready to try working with you, offering them the solution, testing the solution you provided, and then developing the solution, and then getting the patients. So it's a long story. And another thing I would like to emphasize is the markets. Okay, I got a signal that I have to finish. But I see that people are still attracted. I mean, I still have the attention. I don't see many more faces. So I'm waiting another 3 minutes. The markets, I mean, where should you acquire facilitators from? I'm going to repeat myself. Last year, I already told this on the stage. Please don't look for fantastic, exotic destinations. Usually, the solution is very nearby. You just don't see it. Once again, for Spain, the market is Portugal, Morocco, France. By experience, we know that patients come from geographical proximity destinations and also your cultural neighbors. I mean, for Spain, cultural neighbors, I mean Spanish-speaking Latin American countries, South America is your market. We already have patients. They come already without marketing. So we need to get Russians. No, I'm sorry, if you already have them, if they're already coming, why don't you grow from here? Why don't you make it more professional, a better program, so your natural market is already waiting for you to get patients from. You ignore it. You keep coming with us to Russia. Welcome, you're welcome. We keep bringing Russians to you. We keep taking you to Russia. But believe me, it's easier to get patients from Argentina or from Portugal. They already come. So why don't you make a more professional method of bringing more? So these are some of the points I have encountered, I have experienced in my medical tourism story. So I would like to bring them up. Thank you for listening to me. And today we are going to have one more presentation from my colleagues from Italy. UPMC, University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. It's an American institution in Italy. They are very specialized in highly specific services, medical services like organ transplantations and other complicated cases. Two colleagues, Mauricio Di Fresco and Alessio Picarella, are going to present now their cases, their marketing and management cases to us. And then we are going to have two panels, one focusing on Middle East, one on CIS markets. Thank you for listening to me, and I am ready to accept any questions. Okay, not many, not at all. Thank you.